Tell 7 people, Aka Jehovah Nememma. Go to 7 Are you ready? Yes. Tell 7 people, say, if you don't shake me, I will shake you now. Things are already better. It's already better. For the Lord is on the throne. It's already better. It's already better. blessed, you're unique, you're awesome. There is no like you. You look so good, eh? Tell somebody, say, come on, don't worry about nothing. You look so good. God is with you. If I move around, tell everybody God is with you always. God is with you. God is with you. God is with you. God is with you. In the bush, Agadaha. In the bush, Agadaha. Ekule Kaliba Agadaha. Somebody let me shout Jesus. In the bush, Agadaha. Somebody lift your hand, let's worship him in the world. In the bush, open up and worship the King of Kings. Worship the Lord of Lords. Maybe the afflictions of the righteous, for the Lord deliver them all. Somebody thank God. Thank Him. Go ahead and make us sing. Somebody thank Him. Worship Him. Somebody magnify Him. Shout hallelujah. Somebody shake your body, shout Hosanna. Shout yeah. Sit down. Malachi chapter 4 verse 6. Malachi 4:6. Malachi 4:6. Malachi chapter 4 verse 6. Somebody's life will never be the same again. I know the plans of the devil is to come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. But God is going to scatter the plans of the enemy concerning you. That amen is looking for mortuary. You should have looked for sanctuary. Somebody. Malachi chapter 4 verse 6. What does it say? Turning the heart of the father to the children. Is it there? And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to their children, and the heart of the children to their fathers. Lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. If you have something to write, get ready to write something down. The good love of the Father, the precious love of the Most High. Find something to write. The precious heart of the Father towards the children. John chapter 3 verse 16. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. The love of the Father to the children. But please, while we are still talking about the love of the Father, underline the word the earth and underline the curse. earth and curse. He said, this is earth and this is curse. I was telling people the other day, I said, any single person you meet, any single being you meet on the earth has two persons inside.
Yes, sir.
Man is made of three things: soul, body, and the spirit. So the moment you meet somebody and they shake your hand to shake, you are shaking two people. Number one, you are shaking human being. Number two, you are shaking spirit. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
Tell somebody, say, I'm sitting with the spirit also. Tell somebody, say, I never know that you are not just a human being, but you're a spirit. Now tell somebody, say, good morning.
Good morning.
When you say good morning to the body, the person, understand that it is the spirit that responds. Tell good morning to the person.
Good morning.
You lost your mind, eh? I said, say good morning to somebody.
Good morning.
Then immediately you say good morning to somebody, a spirit also responds. So you are dealing with two persons in the midst of your good morning. Good morning to a person, but the spirit responds. When a person lie down and sleep, the spirit gone. When you wake up, the spirit come back. So that is to say, spirit goes away from the body. When somebody died, the spirit have gone. When a person is sleeping, the spirit somehow has gone somewhere. And that is why we can dream in the midst of our sleep. You can be here and still dream to see yourself in China you traveled 5 years ago. Because we are body, also spirit. So you say good morning to body, spirit respond. Body cannot talk unless the spirit respond. And I've often seen some people that we greeted, they don't respond. Two of you stand up, one should respond and one should not respond. Good morning. Good morning. You are not in spirit, sit down. You are just here thinking about your wife. Just come here, sir. One should respond and one shouldn't respond. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, the spirit have responded. Good morning. What is wrong with you? I'm saying good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Was he hearing me? Yes, of course he's hearing me. But good morning. What is wrong? Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. Come on, something is wrong somewhere. Two of you say that. So you deal with spirit in the midst of your good morning. Am I communicating? Look at somebody beside you. Say, I never knew that I'm sitting with two persons. I thought that you are the only one I'm sitting, eh? Okay. So the curse and the father. What is the work of the father? What was the work of the father? Genesis. The father made us in God's image, in his own image, and breathed on us. And here we have spirit in our body. Can somebody breathe in? Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Can I have a dead person here in the house? He just died last night. And you manage in the midst of death to come to church. Can we see a dead person last night who came to church this morning? You can't die and sit here. You can't die at the same time to be breathing. Am I speaking with you? You can't be a dead person and stay talking. I tried to figure out the word of death. I discovered that the word of death was connected to the word of death. Why this man is not talking was not because he's not alive, but I guess he's deaf. And that's a spirit that make him to be deaf. Good morning. You are alive. Good morning. good morning, something is wrong, sir. Either he's dead or he's deaf. And what causes the deaf could be demon or devil. We are still in the letter D. We have not shifted from D. Devil, demon, deaf, dead. Good morning. Oh, you'll come back to life now. So, if he can respond now, it could be that we are still on the letter D, deliverance. Maybe this man is delivered from what has made him deaf. Am I communicating? Tell somebody beside you, say, you are two persons beside me. But I have to find out the second person in you. Is he deaf or dead?
Is he deaf or dead?
So understand what we're talking about here, the earth. So the word earth simply means, in my own definition, a place of discomfort meant for men. That's my own explanation or definition of earth. A place of discomfort given to men. I told you the other time, I said the angels are not the owner of the earth. And I tried to explain to you that the person who owns the earth, even as I'm speaking to you, is D-E-V-I-L, devil. Heaven was his place at the first time. He rebelled against heaven, fought with the angels. The angels threw him down on the earth. When he came down to the earth was still void. And darkness was all over the earth. So this place was his habitation, his territory, at the same time his kingdom. And God saw peace in the heaven. There was no fight again in the heaven, no disturbance in the heaven, no marriage as you know in heaven, no eating rice in the heaven, no family in the heaven, no visit in the heaven, and the children. And God, who created the heavens and the earth, has to come down by himself, according to Genesis, move in the midst of void and darkness, and say, let there be light. And there was what? Light. You can't find that in Genesis. Light appears. So before the light came, somebody had been casted down because he rebelled against heaven in the midst of darkness, because devil himself is darkness. So he has to find a place of comfort for himself, which is called darkness. And God had to find him down to this earth, because the purpose of God coming on the earth was not just to fight him, but because God was the creator of heaven. Everything created was created by him. He has to come down to what he made and say, let there be what? And light appears. And God said, no, this place cannot be mine. I can't be in heaven at the same time be here. Let me create someone who can represent me here on the earth. That is the creation where Adam came from. God have to make man in his own image, likeness, breathed on a man, and man become a living being. And after God have created that, God said, okay, man fought and slept, and man slept. Out of the ribs of the man come out a woman. God made a woman called Eve. And here God have created male and female and said, now you can meet each other and produce children. Am I communicating with somebody? So this is the plans and the way God made us on the earth. And behold, now God has now given us authority over all the earth. Amen. So listen to me. Devil is the owner of this place, but man was created, given authority and power over this earth. That is to say, when God finished creating man, did he take the power from Satan? No. Satan still have power on the earth. But remember, authority has been given to man. So that is to say, God, after making that, then he have to now For he loved the world, John 3:16, he gave now his only son. Praise the Lord. He came, being Jesus, who came, suffer as man, die as man, but all was because he was possessing a special authority. Somebody say authority. Authority. Give us authority. So in his name, he said, this sign shall follow them that believe in his name. So the moment you give your life to Christ, believe in Jesus, you have this authority over the earth. And whatever you say to the devil, he must do for you. If you tell him, Satan, get out of my house, Satan have to leave from your house. Am I communicating? Yes, if you tell the devil that brings sickness to your body, I say, devil, there's light inside of me because I carry Christ. Pack your load and go. Devil have to leave. Am I communicating? Yes, so as long as this earth is concerned, man has been given authority, but behold, Satan is the owner. The Bible tells us about the earth with a curse. When Cain killed Abel, curse came on the earth. Am I communicating? Yes, a man must steal the land before he can survive. A woman have to go through pains before she can conceive. She can deliver. You see where we're coming from now? So as long as this earth belongs to one man called devil, but authority given to us, we have a devil to fight. Tell somebody you have someone to fight. You can talk to me. Tell somebody you have somebody to fight. You have someone to fight. So the Bible said that this is God speaking to us, that he shall turn the heart of the father to what? To the children, and the heart of the what? Children to the father. So God wants us to relate, to communicate, to flow. If you live on this earth, you don't know who your father is, you don't have the heart of your father, you can't walk like your father, I believe Satan got someone to fight. So the best thing we must do is to turn our heart, even as the Spirit of God has enabled us to turn our heart to God, to the Father. We must turn our heart to the Father. Somebody say, I will turn my heart to my Father. Am I communicating with somebody? Turn your heart to your Father. Then if you go to the book of Isaiah chapter 64 and verse 8, let's look at what he said before we can meet Deuteronomy chapter 2 verse 10. Isaiah chapter 64 verse 8. What does he say? Very simple. But now, O Lord, thou art our Father. Somebody say Father. Father. Who is your Father? Oh Lord, thou art what? Our Father. We are the clay. Somebody say clay. Clay. I go back to where I started. He molded a man, and a man became a body, and he breathed, and a man became a living being. But first of all, he uses clay. Somebody made you. You are from God. You are originally from God. You are made from God. Every Mercedes you buy have a manual. The word of God is your manual. If you got some pain in your body, use the Bible to fix it. When you have the heart of your Father, turn your heart to your Father, I'm telling you, devil have nothing to do with you. Lucifer have nothing to do with you. Sickness have nothing to do with you. The enemy of this world have nothing to do with you. Curse have nothing to do with you. Somebody say, turn your heart. Now look at what the Bible said. He said, thou art our Father, we are the clay, and thou our potter. Jeremiah chapter 18 verse 18. You can also have the experience of the potter and the clay. And the Bible tells us, and we are all the work of the what? Of the hand. Ask somebody beside you, do you know who made you? Do you know where you originally come from? Tell somebody you come from Father. You come from the Father. Do you believe what we are confessing here? So this is where we come from. It was very clear here. The beginning, he said, turning our heart to the Father. Now here he's telling us originally where we come from. Let's look at the book of Psalm. It should be Psalm 68. Let's go to the book of Psalm. Psalm 68. But brother, give us Deuteronomy 32. Give us Deuteronomy 32 verse 10 before we go to Psalm 68 verse 5. We want to have a look on this. Everybody watch this. Because we are fixing everything right today. Somebody say, I believe. Say it again, say it, I believe. Look at what he said. He said, he found him in a desert. In a desert what? And in the west. Hold on. Wilderness. Understand? There's a comma there. He led him about. He instructed him. He kept him as a what? As a what? Maybe he didn't go to school. As a what? As an apple of his eyes. So it was in the desert place. What does the desert place means? A place of void. A place of void. A place of invisibility. Where there is nothing. That's where God said he picked you from. And he have made you special, not just because you are special, but you are at the same time the apple of his eyes. Amen. So that is to say, God is looking at you. Amen. Tell your neighbor, he's looking at you right now. Because you are the apple of his eyes. What does it mean to be an apple of his eyes? Not the apple of his hand. He should have written the apple of his hand, where he can use to reach you. But I prefer the eye that watch me than the hand that touch me. I know you have a children, you want to touch your child, but that's wrong. Watch your child. Watching at your child is better than touching your child. Both of them are important, but I prefer watching your child. The notorious criminal found in Nigeria, who was a van, the father said, I didn't know that my son does such thing. The wife said also, I don't know that my husband does something. And the father said, if I had known, I would have even changed him. But I guess where the error comes from, the father was touching the child, but he was not watching the child. God said, I'm not touching you. You are the apple of my eyes. Somebody say, he's watching me now. He's watching me. Am I communicating? So let God watch me. I don't want God to touch me, but let him watch me. Listen to me. It is meant for us to touch God, but it is meant for God to watch us. You can't watch God because you are not the creator of yourself. It is he that created you that watch you. So you can find a way to touch him that is watching you. I think I'm making sense here. So while we are here today, we come to touch God. We touch him by our worship, touch him by our praise, touch him by our good heart, touch him by our giving, our love. We touch him by fellowship. But while we touch him, he watches us. And the person who watches you will always not allow you to make mistake. The one that watch you is better than the one that touch you. Am I communicating here? So when somebody comes to you and said, be careful of your children, that simply means not to touch your children, but to watch your children. A child you watch, when he grows, he don't grow by mistake. We have many children touched by their parents, spoiled by their parents. What does it mean by touching your child? You give him lap or chicken, give him egg, 5, give him this, give him. You are touching him with anything he cries for. Some of you have started giving your child even 50 euros, 20 euros at the age of 6 months. Your child now can know by 6 months that 5 euro is for toffee. You are touching him, but you are not watching him. We got our children spoiled this day because we are no longer the apple of the eyes of our children. We no longer watch them, and we touch them by anything they need. Never you respond by the cry of your child, but eager to watch your child.
Yes.
Am I communicating so?
Yes, sir.
Don't be eager to touch, but be eager to watch. When a child discovers that the parents are watching them, they always watch with careful, do things with carefulness, go out with carefulness, come in with carefulness. Imagine God, who is your father, who said that he has numbered your hair. That's good. I prefer a man who knows the number of my hair. Can you count this hair? Let's count it one on one. Maybe we can get the number. 2,000 years we have not finished counting it. But God who watches us said he knows the number of our hair. I don't want God to know the number of my hair, so I have to secure it like this. God said, even the one that is coming out, I know the number. And the man said, where can we hide from your presence? When you become a good watch to your children, they will become afraid to hide.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Am I communicating here?
Yes, sir.
When you put your eyes on your daughter, she'll be careful on how she behaves. The apple of his eyes. That is to say, this morning God was looking at you. When you get up from your bed, you're walking to your bathroom to take shower, God was watching. Your soap fall from your hand, God was watching. Every step you make, He watch. That's why the Bible said that every man shall give account of his work. There are things you did 10 years ago you can't remember, but God remembers. There's somebody who watches you very well can remind you of what you did in the past. Am I communicating?
Yes.
Tell somebody, say, don't touch me, watch me.
Don't touch me, watch me.
You should have talked like somebody who is a son or daughter of prophet. Say, don't touch me. Be loud, a little bit.
Watch me.
Don't touch me. We've been touched to one another by what we feel. Give me that. There's a photo of a widow. Can I have the photo of the widow? The blind widow. Can I have it first? If you can play it a little bit. Let me just help my teaching. Can you touch your heart and say, He knows me?
He knows me.
Oh, you should have done it better like I do. God knows me.
God knows me.
A lady called me some time ago. He said, Papa, it's like God doesn't know me. It's like God has forgotten me. I said, no, He knows you. But Daddy, don't tell me that God knows me. If He knows me, how will I be facing all this? Oh yes, He knows you. You have to face it because you know what? The earth is a place of rest, not a place of rest. Somebody say race. Say race. What do I mean by race? The earth is a place of run. It's not a place of rest. There's no resting place on the earth. You notice what is going on? Oh, she was trying to touch me, but I was watching her. You see what we are doing there? She could not see. Before God, we are like blind people who cannot see, but He rather see us. So that is to say, we see from the eyes of the Lord. Am I communicating? Yes, sir. She was trying to touch. because she was not in a position to see. I become the apple of her eyes to watch over her. Look at somebody beside you, tell the person, are you the one I'm looking at? Just look at the person, just take your time, watch the person very well. Don't talk to the person, just watch the person. Look at the person very well, like the way you look normal. Look. You can look down, all his body, look down everywhere. Look. And if there is something you don't like on that person, tell the person what you don't like about him. You're sinner. Praise God. I know you might have discovered something you don't like about somebody you watched. But the good news is that God likes me the way I am. Amen. Men may not love you the way they see you, but God loves me the way He sees me. Amen. Because I'm the apple of His eyes. Oh, yes. These are the beautiful things given to her, but she can only touch. But she can't see it. You see that she's touching. She's touching. She was eager to touch everything. She divided the radio that she cannot see, but she can touch. Okay, Papa, you can switch off. It's okay, switch off. She was even singing like she can see, but she can't see, but she can touch. That's why on this earth, no matter the race where you come from, somebody might discover fault in you. No matter the family you come from, somebody might find fault in you. But you know the good news, God does not see the way man see. I think I'm talking to somebody. He does not see the way man see. He does not reason the way man reasons. I'm the apple of His eyes. What about you? Are you the apple of God's eyes? Say to yourself, I'm the apple of God's eyes. You should have said it better, someone. Okay, because of my time, let's go to the book of Psalms. Let's go to Psalm 68 verse 5 to 6. Let's do that first. Psalm 68 verse 5 to 6. Give it to us. Psalm 68 verse 5 to 6. 68, 5 to 6. The heart of the Father turned into the children. The apple of His eyes. Are you there? Psalm 68 verse 5. A father of the fatherless. That's who this God is. Is the God of the what? Father of the what? Fatherless. So if you don't have father, He becomes your father. And a judge of the widows. A widow is someone who doesn't have husband. So that is to say, He defends them. He speaks for them. Why must He be the judge of the widows? Everybody listen to me. Every man is the apple of his wife. Can I repeat myself? You can watch your wife, but it's your duty, the duty of your wife to touch you. And God said, when man is not there, I will become the husband to the widows. And the next one is this. Is God in His what? Is God in His habitation? The same verse is God in his habitation. In his, the same God in his holy habitation. So give us the next one, which is verse 6. God seated in solitary in the families, he bringeth out those which are bound with chains, but the rebellions dwell in a dry land. How can God discover where people are kept? Where can you go and bring these people in a solitary place? People that are bound. The funny thing I will tell you that somebody sitting next to you, what he's going through, you don't know it. But God knows it. We hang around people that have issues, bound with chains, but God sees them. Can you say to yourself, say, he knows me and he knows what I'm going through.
He knows me and he knows what I'm going through.
You should have confessed it when he knows me and he knows what I'm going through.
He knows me and he knows what I'm going through.
So that's the Father for you. That's the Father. Matthew chapter 6 verse 8. The fallen heart of the Father to the children in deep passion and love. The fallen heart of the Father to the children in deep passion with love or and love. Matthew chapter 6 verse 8. This is a situation that is beyond man, but the heart faith of the Father was able to make a provision. There is nothing God cannot supply. There is nothing God cannot provide. You want healing, he can give you. You want freedom, he can give you. You want knowledge, he can fill you. Say receive, say receive, say receive. Be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before you what? Before you what? Who knows what you want? Who knows it? Who knows what? Who knows? Is he a mother and father? All these people are just like they are not here with us. But these people look like as if they are with us. Who knows what you want? Am I calling God since I'm here? Who knows what you want?
Father.
Are you calling Father or calling Father? Which one?
Father.
God. Father. Is it Father or Father?
Father.
He knows what you want. Before you could ask, he already knows what you want. He knows me. Can't you be surprised that I know someone who knows me better than you do? Listen, write it and keep it. It is impossible for any man on this earth to believe or accept that you are better than them. We are living in an earth where everybody knows more than someone. Claim to know. So, but God said, before you could even ask, I already know. I have to go to this man who knows what I want before I could ask. A Samaritan woman said, I met a man who have told me what I gave myself. I know I've met someone who have revealed. I've met someone who sees far that my biological parents can see. Met a man. Everybody come and see I met a man. I met a man. This man have told me mystery of life. I met a man who have brought healing to my body, who have changed my life, changed the pattern where I live, changed the way I talk. I met a man whose word have transformed my life. The woman ran to the city and was making all the news all over the city. I met a man. He said, before you could ask, I already know. I want to go to this man. The other day, the disciple came to him and said, they needed somebody to teach them something. I'm going to this good teacher to teach them. The teacher started by saying, our Father in heaven. Hello. Papa, teach us how to pray. Teacher, because they went to teacher. And the teacher had to consult his father. I said, you must pray in this way. If you want me to teach you how to pray, not a ru, a zu, a guta. I'm giving 3 patterns of prayer. One is talking prayer, silent prayer, and violent prayer. He said, our Father in heaven. Hello, 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 hello. We are living in the country of hello. Tell somebody hello. Hello, 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 hello. It's a country of hello. Anywhere you pass, hello. Then before they say Chris Scott. So I believe Jesus was addressing to the Father, our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. It's your Father. What honor do you give your Father? Do you have your Father heart? Your Father heart is a heart of love, heart of forgiveness, heart of compassion, heart of obedience, heart of serving. Jesus said, if I must teach you, I must start teaching you by who my Father is. Then I know thy kingdom will come, that will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Now I know that you are going to give us these days our daily bread, but our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. The man you honor to be your father is the one that his kingdom will be on the earth. Choose this day whom you may serve. That's what the God said. Father of the fatherless, husband to the widows. I see this God turning somebody's heart. Bringing your heart back to the Father. Somebody say, my heart, return back to your Father.
My heart, return back to your Father.
Original maker. Original creator. Original maker. The one who made me, created me. Know that in this earth I must look like a handsome man. So God will always see a man and know what fits you. I'm handwork of God. Wonderfully made. I'm so special. I'm so unique. Can't you see the way I am? Oh, talk to yourself now. You don't like yourself, okay? I said, talk to yourself. You're what?
I am wonderfully made.
Is it you just end there, wonderfully made?
And a unique person.
You are Eunice. Somebody shout hallelujah. So special on the earth, so unique. We are not in this world. Talk to yourself, say we are not in this world.
We are not in this world.
I thought that you have a brother, you have a partner, you have a resemblance. You have a look-alike somewhere in China, in Malaysia, Indonesia. You don't have. Are you unique? Somebody say I'm unique in quality.
I'm unique in quality.
The apple of God's eyes.
I am the apple of God's eyes.
Stand on your feet. Stand on your feet.